So the reed valves are pretty good. They're actually better than I thought. As you can see, they're perfect. They're sealed against there real well. And they're working better than the old set that I had, so I'm not sure if I'm going to replace these. I am looking at the cylinder in there. It doesn't look bad. I can't really get my fingers in there to feel for scoring. But right there, I'll show you. You can just see the bottom of the piston skirt, and that's really all you need to see, because that's usually, if you get scoring, that's probably the worst place you'll get it at. And I had the head off before, but I've been doing some pretty nasty stuff with this machine since then. And all I do is sit there and redline it the whole time, so I have spare engine parts and stuff, so I'm not worried about it. It ain't bad. You can even reach down in there and feel for play on the connecting rod. So, a little bit, but not bad. Notice that spark plug gasket thing was coming off. So, we're pretty good. Reed valves and stuff, I'll clean them up and stuff. And so I'm pretty sure it's some that's inside this carburetor in the top here, because it's set up just like the old one was, same settings and everything. And it's not running right, and I cleaned it how many times. So I'm wondering if there might be a clog somewhere or something's broken on the inside in the top here. So I'm just going to take the old one here, which actually looks in worse shape. It is in worse shape. But on the inside it's all good and stuff, so I'm going to put that in there. I don't have it yet. Well, actually I do. It's sitting up there in a box or something somewhere where I keep all the little parts at. And as you can see here, here's the one that was on here before. This one was the other one that I got. And it was working fine for a while, and then something went wrong, so put this one back on. And I'll keep the float and stuff. I don't have to float or the pins or anything, and I'll put that in there, because there's nothing that can be really wrong with those, especially since this carburetor was rebuilt. This one wasn't. That's why I put this one on. So I'll put in the new float and stuff from this one, jets, because it has to be some from in here. I couldn't find anything else wrong, so we'll see how that does it. And the only thing a jet is, oh shit, where is it? Here. That's exactly what's in there. This one's a little less shiny, but this was the one that was inside that carburetor. Let me show you. You can hear that battery boiling away. I'm just keeping it charging it. It's because there's distilled water in it. See, that's the jet that was in there. It's the same exact jet that's in the other one. So, this one, as you can see, it's got some white and stuff around there. That's because it was gummed up real bad the one time. And it's fine, it's all cleaned off now. That's as good as we can get it clean. I have a little bit of carburetor and choke cleaner. As you can see, we still got a little bit of rust on the float valve and stuff. But that's fine. Down inside there. So everything's fine. Just need to put in the other jets, and it has to be some up in here. I could not find anything else wrong with it, so, you know. Who knows? Also, one other thing I did find. This gasket is fucked. Look at that. I don't have another O-ring gasket, I don't think, so I'll have to just put some sealer in there. I'll have to see if I can find some O-ring gaskets. Well, actually, it might be. This one's still got a good O-ring in it, and I think that could have been the problem, was to get that seal in there. That one's still okay. I mean, it ain't the most beautiful. Can't pull that out, but I can still use this reed cage here. And I need that little wing that goes on top of there, whatever the hell it's called. but I can pull that off of this one, and I'll put this one in because it's got a better gasket. And the reed valves on this one were good sealing too. So, let me show you. So all I need is that. But this one here was rusted when it was on that one there, so it must have gotten water or moisture sitting there for a while. And I might just actually just use this reed cage here. They both came off the same year, Lt80s in '87. But the gaskets on this one are much better. There's the reed valves. You can get Boycine power reeds that work pretty good, but these ones are perfectly fine. And right now I'm being so cheap I won't even spend like 20 bucks to add some power to this thing, because I need to add it all to there. It's turning out good, but I was hoping to be working more, but money's being cut close, so yeah, so I'm just going to take off this. I'm just going to use this reed cage here. And the reed valves and stuff I think are almost a little better on this one here. It's still warm because I had it running before I took it all apart. So yeah. So we might as well do the part swap over in here. To loosen up the other bolt there too. Another good reason why to have your air filter on. Dirt can get in between the reed valve casing, and when that happens, it can also when it gets in between there, it can damage it can damage the reed valves, like scratch them all up and stuff. Extremely powerful. Air tool. Oh, I just got all the dirt everywhere. Anyway, so I'm just gonna blow that free. Can't since the pressure is so strong. I only can use one hand. Look at that. I had to make a redneck tip too. There we go. They're all in. I'm gonna blow a little air inside there. Maybe not full pressure, but just to make sure all dirt's out, and then drizzle a little two-stroke oil around them, and then we'll put them back in. And the purpose of Boycine power reeds, if you may have heard them about them, they're actually made out of like a plastic type stuff instead of metal, so they won't last as long. But what happens is they actually open up wider, like a lot wider, and they can allow the airflow to come in much faster. These ones only open up just a real tiny bit. Those will open up halfway to that thing there. So Boycine power reeds, that's why they're so cheap, because they're made out of plastic. They don't last long, but they can definitely add quite a bit of power.